doing stand-up, I just do it kind of to make my events run a little smoother, so I have some jokes just in case I need to, like, reset the energy. So for me, for comedy, it's all about putting the events on and helping other comics get to the people that I think are really funny, that are good people, that I think they have a great impact on people, and they help others open people up and help them with their insecurities and stuff just by doing good comedy. So I just do stand-up every now and then just to make things run a little smoother. But it's more of a passion for me, and I enjoy watching. So it's not a big deal for me to do stand-up. So I'm more of an observer and an appreciator. So honestly, I'm too comfortable on the microphone. And because I'm too comfortable, it was kind of, I did okay. But if you're too comfortable and you're not that good, people aren't going to go with you. They're not going to trust you. But like, say you suck, but you're really nervous, people are going to, like, kind of trust you more. But they kind of thought I was being cocky, so it was a good experience. So I think nowadays I just try to mesh with the people. And, you know, I don't go up there with a set thing. I just kind of do whatever's on top of my mind, try to connect with everybody and make it a funny, good experience. And I don't put too much pressure on it since I'm not trying to be a comic. One of my favorites is Mitch Hedberg's comedy album. That's one of my favorites to listen to. Another one would be, I like Bill Burr quite a bit. Comedy specials, listen to Bill Burr stuff. I honestly have too many to think of. John Repo is the recent one I like a lot. Chappelle, of course, but that's almost anybody I like Chappelle. There's too many names popping through my world. Oh, I love Maria Bamford. Huge fan of Maria Bamford. Recently, Elijah Session. I think that's how you say it. Schlesinger. A recent thing about, like, Old Millennial or something like that. Yeah, it's a great stand-up special. I like a good mix of Chappelle and then Key and Peele for sure. I don't think anybody can beat that. Like, I think those are way better than Mad TV or way better than SNL. What I love, I can't remember her name. She's a blonde that does SNL. Oh, man, I can't remember what her name is. She does, like, a lot of voices and stuff, and I fucking love her. She's so fucking funny. I'm gonna remember her name at some point later. She's an SNL person. I love when she's on TV. So sketches, Key and Peele and Dave Chappelle. There's too many to count.
Yeah, Munch of Cats, I think.
Chappelle, oh my god, the one about the rappers in the rap house, where he plays a character named Dylon. And they're like, who are the top 5 rappers? Dylon. And then he's in the record studio, and he's going up there, and he's like mumbling in the mic or something like that. And then the producer comes out, I think it's like, who was it, like P. Diddy or something like that. And he comes up, he's like, you need to speak into the mic, you need to be louder. And he's like close to him and he says this, and then he just looks at him and he starts choking. He's like, you are too close, man, you better back up. I fucking love that sketch. That's an amazing sketch. Sitcoms, I don't really know. There's nothing that comes to mind that just jumps out at me that I loved a lot. So I won't do sitcoms for that one. I'll say late night shows. I'm a big fan of Conan. I've always been a big fan of Conan. Yeah, so that's good enough for that. And then comedy films. So there's a time, my memory's just not serving me right now. Let me see if I can think of one. I really enjoyed Sex Drive. Not a lot of people know about Sex Drive. That's a fucking hilarious movie. And then when you, like, I've seen it at least 30 times. And it's about this guy trying to lose his virginity. Or he just didn't. And there's this girl online he's messaging. And she seems super high. And she, like, catfishes him. Not really catfishes him, it's actually her. Seduces him to bring him down with the car that he brags about. The car's not his, it's his brother's. So he drives out, steals the car pretty much, drives it down. And they just, like, go through all this trial and tribulations on the way. It's just fucking hilarious. I mean, the cast is amazing. You have Seth Green's on there for a little bit. He plays an Amish guy. I think everything he does is actually, like, improv on the spot. Really, really good movie that's more like indie, more like less serious. I would say a really strong joke that I like. It's not my favorite, but it's just the one that pops to mind right now. So there's a guy named Mike Mello. Mike Mello is a Raleigh, North Carolina-based comedian, and the joke is about walking with his pit bull and overhearing older white women across the street and being like, Barbara, well, so looking over them and being like, I heard that they're aggressive and they're raised that way. And then he's talking to the pit bull, and the pit bull's like, look, man, it could be either one of us. Mike Mello's a black guy, so it's like, it could be either one of us. And then the second one is something like, fuck, I'm not gonna ever remember it. Another one is like could be a black stereotype, could be a pit bull stereotype. And then he says that stereotype, and then the dog's like, 2 for 2, I don't know, man, I have no idea. And then she's like, they just put hot sauce all over everything. And he's like, look, bitch, I've had enough of you. I fucking love that joke because it's so fucking good. It approaches something from there's a level of ignorance that it's trying to clear up, right? And like racism, it's so jovial and so funny, and there's no victim in there. There's no like, it's not like reverse racism where he's like, all white people suck kind of thing, or fuck white people. It's more of just like, talk about 2 older white women talking about black people, which I think we all can connect with and understand that that's a reality we live in. And making it super jovial and lighthearted and nobody's a victim. I think the best comedy that exists is comedy you can talk about real things, make light of it, and not attack anybody. Anthony Jeselnik. Anthony Jeselnik, number 1. I would pick him 5 times, realistically, because he'd be amazing. I would love to have a bunch of women comedians do it. Like, really try. Like, would I be able to roast them back after? I mean, I would love that shit. Because I think they'd be able to tear me the fuck apart. Like, I think more so than men could. I think women could really, really get me. So that would be fun to experience and, like, I don't know, push my own insecurities, kind of. Yeah, like, kind of facing things head on. Like, if I mess up, I might not recognize it first, but I do at some point. And then if I realize, I'm like, oh, fuck, man. I spent the last week thinking I was right, and then I look back, and I was like, oh, man, that's not good. So I feel like having my insecurities attacked by women would be fun to deal with and grow from. So I don't really know who to do that. Maybe Sarah Silverman. From my experiences, what I've done so far, I'm a pretty talented director, project manager, and demo. And also writing, I think there's a fondness for me. I think I'm pretty good at it. I don't think I'm special at it. I'm not a great actor. This is going to sound pompous, but I really don't mean it that way. It's like, I'm like 2 genuine people. Like, I don't hide things, like, ever. How I'm feeling, I just talk about everything up front. So, like, acting is sometimes really hard for me. Because, like, I'm never putting on an act. So it's a weird thing to do for me. And sketch writing definitely, and actually I'm working with a team right now to put on some sketch comedy that we've been working on for a while, and we'll see when it comes to fruition. Because the events are the priority that I do, and those are things that have made good money. I've done pretty well for as my events. So the event styles that I do. So I try to be creative. I would consider myself an artist first and foremost. Like, I'm not a comedy producer, I'm an artist. And then some of the things I do is bring my art and use comedy shows as an art medium. So, like, when I do a stand-up showcase, I don't just pick random people. I do a ton of market research on the area, who I think is going to show up, getting really good deals with places that typically don't do events, so they bring out really genuine and honest crowds. You know, even crowds that don't typically go to a comedy show, which are some of the better crowds. And I curate, and I know the comedians really well that I book. I watch their stuff a lot, and I try to make it a really flowy experience where it makes sense energy-wise, and I don't typically do like 1 headliner. I'll do like 2 headliners, but one will have a little bit more time. The opener I have is usually really like, has the right energy to set the tone, and I really try to curate each experience very heavily, even just a regular showcase. So outside of a regular showcase, I do a thing called Comedy Night, which is 4 really funny people that are also comedians do stand-up, do 8 minutes each. They try to win the people over and like make everybody comfortable, and then we do a riffing session, 10-15 minutes of riffing session, green room style. And that's really fun. And then after that, it's a comedy competition, 2-on-2, with like various topics. So like an example of a topic is, or a style for that night would be trying to sell yourself on something. So we'd give them a topic, and you have to try to sell the audience on your way of doing it. and then whoever does a better job, the audience responds and they win a point or something. And that's really fun. There's a ton of audience participation. I think it's really important that you bridge the gap between people on the microphone and people listening. It's just bringing people together in general. Like I think we bring people together, but then we idolize them. I think that's very, very wrong. Like if somebody's on the mic, then obviously there's a reason they are. There should be some kind of message to be listened to, whether it's through humor or whatever it is, music. But I feel like there's such a distance between the people and that message. Like the message is coming from some higher thing when it's just a person telling you that, So that event is really designed to bring people to be involved, where it's like the people in the audience are just as effective as the people on stage. And the people on stage are on stage because they're funnier. The people in the audience are just as important to the experience. I think that's an important event. The other one is Coffee Shop Comedy Series, which is really intimate settings, smaller crowds, but people that are there very much from like locals, like they can walk there or something. A little bit of community activism. I'll have like a local community activist come on and talk a little bit. And that's one I haven't not done yet, but my first event is April 18th for that. I'm very excited to do it. A place called 42nd Morris, make really good coffee. And that one is designed to be very intimate, with really, really not powerful comedians, really talented comedians. Very refined, 15-20 minutes, and then it's, for the price, awesome, and it brings people together, and it's a little bit after hours at the coffee shop. It's just I'm really excited to bring that one. And then the last one that I do is mixing gaming with comedy. So we did our first iteration, which was an absolute success. It's called Between Two Clouds is my artist name. It's my brand as well. And I DJ and produce, I put on events. That's pretty much everything I do with that. Put on events and DJ and produce. I'm a very talented DJ. Producing, I'm pretty good. I'm okay. And it was Between Two Clouds Comedy Smash. And I did a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Tournament. With comedy related to it. So we did like stand-up comedy at the beginning. And then throughout the event, we had three guys, Attention Horse Comedy, which is Reed Pegram, Dusty Cagle, and Tyler Wood. We're all fucking hilarious. If you ever see anything, Reed Pegram, Dusty Cagle, and Tyler Wood. Attention Horse Comedy. And they're like comedy for nerds. And they did comedy color commentating throughout the entire event. And it was magical. It was brilliant. So the purpose of all my events is to make the world a better place. Like they're all very well-intentioned. I really try to help people without them knowing. They come and have a good time, but they leave a little bit more empowered, a little bit more open, a little bit more able to be themselves. So that one specifically is I was trying to combine the gaming community, which is largely antisocial. They struggle opening up and laughing at themselves a lot. So you bring comedy in the mix, really good comedy that's curated for them during a game they love. I think it's such a good pairing to help people open up and just meshing communities. People that would be sitting next to each other that never would otherwise, and bringing people together, not just bringing the same people together all the time. So I think an issue we have in society is, people come together, but it's the same people. It's people just like one another coming together, and they think that's what the world's like when there's so many tastes and flavors of people. So I try to mesh as many communities as I can, and I do an event called Between Two Clouds to You. So Between Two Clouds is me. Between Two Clouds to You is bringing together all the things that I use to help get through my really, really, really traumatic childhood. So part of that's comedy, music, healthy food, get people in intimate environments, and then we do face painting all in the same event, and it's a really awesome event. So I try to mesh every community with that event and bring all the stuff together that I have a warmth towards, and I DJ a little bit, play good music, and a lot of really good friends come and help do it. Yeah, so those are all the events that are comedy related. clouds.com, so between the number 2 clouds.com, it's a website. It has all the information on the events types, the events calendars up. And this is all in Raleigh, North Carolina right now, but I might bring something to Orlando. If I can make the right connections with, I think my stuff would do very well here. I'd bring a lot of funny people down and give people here a lot of opportunity, which I hope to do. And then it's on Facebook, it's the same exact thing, facebook.com/Between Two Clouds. And then Instagram, same thing. Very easy to find me. And then if you want to contact me, it's contact@betweentwoclouds.com. And my name is Matthew. Some friends call me Bob. It was started as a joke, and then it just caught on too quickly, and now it's too deep, and I'm going to have to write it out until I die. Some people just know me as Bob, and it is what it is at this point. So I think comedy is something that's not appreciated enough in general and understood why it's so important. So the quote that I keep in mind at all times and I tell people is the health of a kingdom is directly reflected by how the king treats the jester, or how the king reveres the jester. And why that's important is usually comedy is the only way people can talk about the truth. The only way people can really talk about stuff and it'd be safe. And it'd be accepted and thought about and impacted. If you can make something really dark funny, it helps people cope. And the jester's job was to bring information to the king and make him jovial enough to where he could accept that shitty information. The better the jester was, the better he could do that. Now, if the king revered the jester for that role, obviously you have a healthy kingdom. The king can handle the truth and, laugh about it or deal with it. And even more important nowadays, we have Trump in office, and he has been very outspoken against comedians, which tells you the health of our kingdom. So, I want people to have a better, deeper appreciation of what comedy is within culture. Because we know if something's funny, we laugh. It connects with us, we laugh. We have that endorphin release, that dopamine release, so we know it naturally, but I don't think we understand its cultural significance and importance and how much it really impacts culture. It impacts your own personal life. Like, if you can learn how to laugh at yourself, dude, life is fucking harsh. You have to go through shit, dude. I've been through fucking hell. And recently I've been through hell. And the only thing I do with a lot of it is laugh. There's just no other solution. Some shit sucks. There's no reason for it. You just got unlucky. And you can do your best to respond to it, but it still fucking sucks. And the only thing you can do is laugh. So it helps bring people together with harsh things in life and makes a positive experience. You can laugh together. What's better than a good laugh with friends? And what's a better experience than that? I don't know. So I'd like people to come and have a good time and enjoy themselves, have a deeper appreciation for comedy, and leave a better person that is better able to laugh at themselves and not take themselves so seriously. Check out my interview at aqdpi.com. 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 Check it out.